guys, this is Lee from the Geekly, and in this video we're going to be unboxing the No Man's Sky Explorers Edition. So let's check it out. One of the features was supposedly the box itself. When it arrives a bit dented in and that, which is not as bad as some other versions of this box I've seen people show. They've had broken pieces of their model and other things, which Iron Bit have offered to replace, of course. But yeah, I don't know if the box is necessarily something to brag about. At the end of the day, it's a box no different to anything you might see in your local toy store. So yeah, not exactly a feature as such, but still pretty plain on that side. This lists that it's a limited edition of 10,000 at the back. And also what we've got in here. So we've got a hand-painted cast metal ship replica, and it's got some stickers to put on. I'm really not sure if I'm going to put the stickers on, but we'll see what happens. It's also got a traveler pin, diorama, backdrop, which is basically just, I think, a piece of cardboard to put in the back of the model if you want to. The Atlas Traveler's Log, which is basically a notebook, I believe, and a Fisher Space Pen. Now, a couple of those things weren't announced right when you first pre-ordered. They announced it later, closer to the release date, but yeah. And then we just got some copyright and choking information, just to make sure you don't choke on the ship if for some reason you're trying to eat it. Alright, so let's open up this box and see what we've got in here. So before we get into the main event, here's the diorama, and look, it's damaged. So any potential for that to be a special feature kind of disappears a bit when you've got damage in the card there. That's pretty disappointing because it does look not too bad, but it probably was going to get damaged even when you take it out anyway, so that's kind of disappointing, but maybe to be expected. Here we have the Traveler's Log and the stickers, so we'll get those out. So these stickers are obviously to go on a spaceship. I must admit, when I saw some images of this ship and it seemed to be missing like the numbers on the side of the ship and that, I was thinking, wait, did they not bother to paint it on? But obviously that's a sticker scenario there, so they mustn't have put the stickers on yet or at all. The Traveler's Log. Yep, it's just blank notepad paper. I guess to be expected. I don't think I'm going to write it, I'll just keep it as a collector's item. As you can see, the collaboration Hello Games X Iron Bit. So finally, we also have a couple other items that are here. We have the Traveler's Pin, which so far would have to be the best feature so far. I mean, it's pretty nice. I like that. So that's definitely worth it. I think that's supposed to have like a $10 US value to it. A pen, space pen, you know, so you can keep using it in space. I'll remember that for when I do go to space one day. Even though I'm scared of heights, I'm sure I'll make it there, and if I do, I'll try and bring this pen with me. It seems to be functioning, so that's a good thing. It didn't get damaged in all the transporting. So now to the main event, which is the ship itself. Now this is metal, so it's going to be heavy, but the main thing we want to make sure is that it isn't broken. Let's start off with the stand, but so that actually doesn't look as bad as I was expecting. I'd seen some photos of people's ones, and it looked really cheap compared to what the original concept image looked like, but that actually looks pretty decent, I think. So yeah. And that is also metal, it's not plastic, so that's quite high quality. Now, this is going to be the tricky part, I think, because it's got some little wrap bits around there. So, after a lot of work, here we have it. Now, this wing seems very loose. That's not good. This one's clearly glued on here, while this one is clearly a bit loose. I don't want to push that too much more. yeah, paint wise, there's been complaints about some of these not being painted that well. It's a bit ordinary on the back there, but I guess it's painted. The sides look pretty decent from the looks. I mean, there's a sort of brushstroke look to it, but that's supposed to be wear and tear, and I'll believe that. Yeah, overall the paint job's not too bad. My main concern is this wing, but I guess if I don't touch it much after this, that should be okay, but it is quite disappointing for how much this is worth, for it to have that damage. But I know people have had complete wings broken off, so yeah, but after all this waiting, that is quite disappointing. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It is very heavy. It is definitely metal. We'll try to put it on the stand here. So putting it on the stand was a bit challenging, but I think it's on. I hope so. It's hard to tell. But yeah, so there it is. It's a metal spaceship. It's a pen. It's a damaged backdrop. It's a notepad. It's some stickers I can put on the ship, and of course this pin. To be honest, I think the pin's probably the best thing of it, but the ship is not too bad either. Overall, there's definitely a level of regret with ordering this. It's nothing to do with the actual game. I actually like the game, and I hope it gets even better. And I did actually put it in my top 10 for last year. I think I put it placed at about 8. But after 7 months of waiting, you kind of lose the hype and enthusiasm of the excitement that you would have had if you got this on day one on launch. Still, it's a quality piece, except for the whole loose wing part. But if I don't touch it, then hopefully it should be okay. But that is kind of disappointing. Overall, if I knew what this was going to be like and I was going to buy it up in person and know what it was like in the first place, would I purchase it? Probably not. I've actually learned a bit of a lesson off this. I don't think I'm going to be getting any limited editions again, and I'll definitely be at least having to think about it first before I order anything from Iron Bit Games again, because it does seem to be a trend that they have a lot of delays with their stuff. But they do get a lot of cool exclusive stuff, so if you're a sucker for all this stuff, then you've got kind of no choice but to order from them and hope for the best. This hasn't turned out too bad. It's just over half a year late, that's the problem. But yeah, it's going to sit somewhere. I'm not going to sell it off or anything. It's not worth it because I don't think anyone's going to purchase it anyway. I'm saying you can still buy them brand new on the store if you are interested. So yeah, if you are interested in purchasing this, if you think this looks pretty cool, and you might, it is kind of cool in its own way, then go to the I Am 8-Bit website, and you can order it now. But yeah, if you already have the game, you probably won't want to buy it unless you've absolutely loved the game and wish you got the limited edition in the first place, because the price does include a copy of the game on PC. So that's the No Man's Sky Explorers Edition, one of 10,000 in the world, and it's together and it's here finally, and it's gone on a shelf somewhere. That's all for this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out thegeekly.com, subscribe on YouTube, check us out on Twitter or Facebook, and keep an eye on this channel for more videos. Till next time, check it.